Plenty of women strive for good skin, and likely you'll find the successful ones have had a little help along the way. Lotions and creams fill drugstore shelves, and the skincare choices seem endless, so we're calling in the expert on this one. Dr. Cindy Tarosky here with the best products that will produce the best skin for any age, and really, they don't have to cost a fortune, do they?
They do not. All the products that I'm showing today I actually purchased at Walgreens, so
Yeah.
you do not have to spend a fortune to have good skin.
Well, this looks like what I would find at the drugstore. All the choices, and we've separated them. Skincare for the 20s, the 30s, and the 40s.
Correct.
Let's start with the 20s, and what are the problems first that the 20s?
In the 20s, we're mostly battling some acne-prone skin. Hormones are a little bit more raging. So we recommend getting a cleanser with some salicylic acid in it. Salicylic acid helps unclog the pores. If you have more of the red pimples, you can add a benzoyl peroxide wash. Big thing on this is you don't want to overdo it because you can really over-irritate the skin and then just look more red. If you're out having too many cocktails, you might want to pick up an under-eye cream. These caffeinated creams will help combat some of the puffiness. A lot of women in their 20s aren't getting enough sleep. They're going out and having a little bit too much fun, so that can be one additional product. The thing I really wanted to stress in your 20s, if you really start with your sunscreen, you're going to prevent a lot of the damage that we do over our lifetime. 365 days a year, the sun is out every day. We recommend starting with at least an SPF of a 30. We've increased the recommendations on that. I like the a Neutrogena Healthy Defense. It has a Helioplex, which stabilizes the sunscreen, so it's going to last you throughout the day.
Okay.
Moving on into the 30s.
Right.
Again, if you still are combating a little bit of acne, then keep your salicylic acid wash going. If not, you can change to a gentle non-medicated cleanser such as Cetaphil. We do recommend at this point maybe a weekly exfoliating scrub. You want to stay with things that have the gentle beads, not the crushed up nuts that can actually tear and stretch the pores a little bit.
So how do you find that? Are you looking for that?
It usually will say micro beads or gentle exfoliator, and you can always look in the ingredients as well.
Now, why did you pick these certain products? Because there are many more in the drugstore.
And there are many, and you really want to just look at the ingredients. If they're comparable and you like that better, purchase that. You want to stay away from anything that stings the skin is an indication that's irritating. So I picked things that don't have a lot of fragrance and additives to them that are going to be a little bit more tolerable for most skin types.
Here's another question that a lot of folks in their 20s and 30s have asked, at least in the newsroom we've been talking about this. When you're in your 20s and 30s, do you go for the anti-aging creams? Is it too early? Does it do any good if you do it earlier than the box says you should?
The one thing that I do recommend starting in your 30s is a retinoid, which ROC is one of the higher levels of that you can purchase over the counter. Okay. Retinoids are a vitamin A derivative. In your 30s, you're going to start having that sun exposure catching up, the fine lines and wrinkles, and the brown spots. One of your co-anchors asked what really works. Retinoids really work. This is the best anti-aging cream out there. I don't care how much you want to get charged at the department stores. If it has retinol in it, you're going to get a good bang for your buck, and you don't have to spend a lot of money. This is between $20 and $30.
Really?
Retinoids you want to put on in the evening. A thin layer, big fat size P will cover your whole face. If you overdo it, you will get over irritation. So you want to go slow. You do not need to use a whole lot.
And what is it called again? This is like the magic pill right here.
The ingredient is retinoid. You're going to look for ingredients like retinol or retinaldehyde. Once you get into more prescription grades, the medical names change a little bit, but the parent compound is a retinoid.
So then when they say, those high-priced, French creams that are $400, I mean, is that the same stuff in that as in this?
Yes, and again, they do add some things that's their famous molecule. All the companies have their own, but really if you want to get the best bang and the products that have shown the most effect in research is the retinoids. It rebuilds collagen, it smooths fine lines and wrinkles.
Okay, let's move on to the
40s and above. Again, you're going to build on what we started. Sunscreen daily is a must. When you get into your 40s, you can add a little bit of punch to your products, adding some antioxidants. Some of the products I selected have some vitamin C's, some feverfew. The Aveeno product has feverfew, which is an excellent antioxidant. Again, we recommend gentle cleansers. You do not need to spend a lot of money on cleansers. They're only on your skin for a minute or two. So stick with something gentle that's just going to cleanse the makeup.
Really, so, I mean, cleanser being like not soap and water, but something...
Yes.
Okay.
That CeraVe product, and again, going back to the Cetaphil, is also an excellent product. Yeah. Moving into your evenings, changing the formulation a little bit. Serums soak into the skin a little bit more. As we age, our hormonal shifts produce less moisture. So if you pick a thicker product, such as a serum, it will sink in a lot easier and deliver those active products to the skin. But again, you definitely want to, pick a product with a retinoid in it for the evening.
And so for these products for older women, I mean, can they reduce fine lines? Can they get rid of sunspots? Can they make your face look look younger?
Yes, but you really want to, again, start back in your 20s with the sunscreen and the retinoid in your 30s. But even if you haven't done anything until your 40s, getting on a good skincare regimen, especially that retinoid and sunscreen, you can undo a lot of the damage that was done in your younger years.
All right, lots of information you've given us. We're going to put the segment online at fox43tv.com. You're with the Paris Dermatology Specialist Group, and I know you've got offices throughout the area.
Yes, we do. We're in Norfolk, Kempsville, Virginia Beach, Newport News, and Williamsburg.
All right, 622-6315 if you've got any questions for Dr. Turovsky. Thanks so much for
Thank you for having me.
enlightening us.
Thank you.
Care.